Everybody. Hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing well. Let me just do one thing and let everybody know I'm still going live here. There we go, and we should be good to go, everybody. Wait for some people to hop in here, but you are seeing Dogecoin take a little bit of a pump up right now, which is kind of nice to see. Here's Dogecoin on the 5. Dogecoin on the 5 right here. You got Bitcoin on the 15 right here, taking a leg down, unfortunately. But we talked about that earlier on that one video. What I'm going to do here is put down the fancy headphones and put on some of my older headphones for us. Over one ear, just so I can hear what's going on in case I do need to hear something. For now, this is going to be fine. There we go, okay. There we are. Hey, Jacondo. Hey, Mayor. Hope you guys are doing good, doing well. We're seeing Bitcoin pump up, Dogecoin pump up here a little bit, which is kind of nice. I need to put the volume on, I think, again. Yeah, I hide the volume sometimes for my my other videos. There we are. So you're seeing some Dogecoin volume come in here, and so far it's looking okay. Bitcoin's taking a breather after trying to break out here. We failed on the breakout, unfortunately, but I think we're still good going forward. We're going to be watching these levels pretty darn closely here. Hey, Brian, happy to see you back as well, my man. I feel weird. My dog ate the cushion out of this side of the headphone, so you're seeing like one headphone without a cushion, the other one with a cushion. The cushion's just over there on my nightstand, but I don't feel like actually getting up to do it or to go get it because I have no idea how to put it back on. All right, I'll wait for a few more people to pop in here, then we should just get started. Overall, the market looks a little red at the moment since we started a new day candle, but that's because we finished off the day kind of around here, right? So we've just come down a little bit. The good thing, though, is you do see Dogecoin on the 1-minute chart getting a small pump. That's something that you would want to, you enjoy seeing. Hey, Prince, is the huge pump for Doge? Let's see. We don't know if this is going to be the exact big pump for Dogecoin. You're looking at it on the 1-minute chart right now. It's just having a short-term pump up at the moment. If you're looking for the big pump at Doge, your best bet is just going to be to buy some and just hold it over time and see what happens with it. And having a stop loss, I mean, if you're buying right now, having a stop loss somewhere maybe around 20 cents, 19 cents. And then you're just going to be waiting for one day a big boom from Dogecoin. You're going to have to wait for a secondary, secondary rally on it. But until then, you just got to be patient because every time this coin normally pumps up, it gets pushed down a little bit. Let's see. Hey, Prince, I like it. I like the pick a lot. Hey, Jay. Hey, Mike. Hope you guys doing well. Hey, Ryan. What's up, Mike? Liking the new videos? Yeah, I've been enjoying making the new videos, guys. I'm still getting better at it. I'm not going to say they're like fantastic or anything like that, but I think they're doing okay. They're doing okay. The one thing is, I've been streamlining them a little bit easier. I need to buy a camera or at least find a faster way to get my my video off my iPhone onto my computer. That's becoming the hardest thing at the at the moment. Hey, Ghost Rider, happy to see you. And hey, Jason, what else we got going on here? Hey, 1977. What could the new floor be for Doge? It's probably going to be that same trend line we had for a while here. Or excuse me, level of support. I guess we broke down below that trend. The ultimate floor is right down here at about 16 cents. Right now, our floor is somewhere around 19.5 cents. That's a good base for us. But remember, we're in the first part of a breakout. We have to battle the 20-day moving average, then the 50, then the 200. So there's going to be a little stuff going on here. The good thing for Dogecoin at the moment, though, is you can see there's the yellow line right there and the blue line. We want the blue line to cross over the 50. That's called a golden cross, or the 50-day moving average crossing above the 200. And you can see how the 200 is coming down right now. So if we get a golden cross on that, I would expect there to be a lot of people buying and just holding for a big boom as far as Dogecoin is concerned. Oddly enough, occurring around the same time Bitcoin can have a big boom here as well. So that's a good sign. You like to see stuff kind of match, if you will, when it comes to these types of coins. Hey, you're happy to be back, my man. What do you think of the new COVID strain? Guys, I'm not too worried about the new COVID strain at the moment. I listened to what the media said over the weekend, and normally when I talk about the media, they kind of over-exaggerate stuff. They try to cause a little bit of fear. And then they said all this fearful stuff. And then when they asked the scientists today on all the news shows and yesterday all the scientists said was like, we don't know. We don't know. Oh, we can't tell you that yet. We don't know. And so I'm just waiting to hear something because I think the news got ahead of everybody and they started making everybody panic without having any of the facts. And so you saw the market pretty much nearly like just went kaboom on Friday. And now it's rebounding fine because everybody had a couple seconds to like, so what's going on? Oh, it's not as bad as the media report said. Okay, we can put money back into the stock market. That type of stuff. Now, if it's worse than expected or it's more contagious, that might have a little bit of panic in the market. But I don't think it's going to be too bad for crypto as of now. All right, there we go. And since we have some people in here, let me see what's going on very fast. Let's see. Hey, Monica. Hey, Ghost A. Congrats on the profit with SHIB. SHIB has been a very, very good play right now. And I've saw it set up a little bit right here. So rode that trend line beautifully, then popped right off. And what do you know? So resistance at the 50. Now it's popping above both of them. SHIB can really go up a little bit higher right now. SHIB's a really nice play at the moment. Oh, let's see. Yeah, this has been a very, very good play. Hopefully this can go even higher here. And you're seeing a lot of stuff go down. I don't know if many of you guys were in the morning stream. I should have put this on the 15-minute chart when I was doing my video this morning. But I told you guys this if you're on the morning stream here. This is that level. I know you guys could have done this at home too, but support or trough, and then if you wanted to find a reason to sell after if you bought down here, this is for swing traders. You guys could have sold on this breakdown right here if you were looking for a reason, because it would have been after a rejection from the breakout here. You can see it saved you a little bit of grief going forward. Now we're heading back to the Fibonacci level. Overall, guys, I'm still pretty bullish on Bitcoin. If you guys listen to what I said on the video, I think we may come down a little bit. We still have an opportunity for having a nice green day, but what are you doing, doggo? Otherwise, if this isn't going to be a wick and then we start booming up later on in the day tomorrow, what's going to happen is we're going to take a leg down here, possibly one more over the next couple of days, then try to do a boom later on. We'll see how it performs. I think we didn't pop off yesterday on this day candle right here, simply because we had to break above the Fibonacci level. That's first of all. No, that's not the Fibonacci level. This is something else. A level of resistance. Don't worry about that too much. It's on a different time chart that it matters. The trend line here, the 50-day moving average, the 20-day moving average right here. And so that's what was going to be hard for us to break above. We'll see if we're able to do that sometime today or not. But right now you're seeing we're taking a little bit of leg down after that rejection on the breakout. We tried really hard. We got there, but we got pushed back down, unfortunately. You always want to time it towards the end of the day. All right. We can go with the Bitcoin second chart here. And let's just take a quick peek at all the coins that I normally have on my watch list here. Why is this like this? There you go. And why is that like that? There you go. There you go. As we watch Bitcoin head down for the Fibonacci level, which is at what? 56,713. Let me draw a line here. $56,714 714-ish. I'll guesstimate a little bit here. Oh, it has a support level down here anyway. I don't need to worry about that. I probably put this line in here for this Fibonacci level without having the whole Fibonacci set up. I do weird things when I'm not paying attention. And there you go. Now you can see we're falling down below this one right here. It tried to hold. Yeah, this line's important for whatever reason I drew it there. But let's take a quick peek at some of these other coins. So you're seeing Dogecoin come back down as well. See, it's been having a few of these nice little pops here. Somebody is loading up on Dogecoin. That's what I gather about what's going on right now. It's a very bullish sign. Somebody is buying up a bunch of Dogecoin, and you're seeing these mini pops kind of pop off, and it obviously comes back down because nobody's really buying it besides maybe those like small whales. So let's call them orcas or something like that. But it looks like somebody is consistently buying up some Doge here, trying to, and they're probably going to make a bunch of money on this whatever next run we have as far as Dogecoin is concerned. Ethereum, well, Ethereum's taking the leg down just like everything else at the moment. It's going to run into support right here around what, $4,300, $4,374, and right now it's tapping on the 200. What else? Actually, let me go to I don't really care about the short term here because everything's gonna follow it. Ethereum's getting rejected from its trend line too. You know, if Bitcoin does break out, I could really see Ethereum just coming back down to either the 20 or the 50, bouncing, and then that's where it starts to really go boom. But we'll wait and see how that performs. Matic rejected as well. ADA holding support. ADA is kind of a weird case right now, so it's not going to follow the technicals too much. Though there's a lot of people afraid of if it's going to be delisted on any more exchanges in the next few months or so. XRP rebounding nicely. You saw it's getting rejected from the old trend line here. That's now a level of resistance. BitTorrent, something similar. It's not getting rejected, but BitTorrent, I can delete this old trend line here. Needs to break out of that level first, which is it's a little bit away from that. Ethereum Classic doing okay, looking to break out sometime in the next couple days. XLM holding support, fine. Looking to come above the 50-day moving average. Just had a golden cross, which is kind of nice. Hopefully it's able to boom up in a short amount of time, though. Let's see. Litecoin rejected from the 50. That's fine. So you're seeing a lot of stuff rejected today. That's fine. Rejected. Yeah. Oh, STMX not rejected. Just coming down here. It's all rejected from the 50. So I'm still overall pretty happy with everything's at. We need Bitcoin to pop, though, in order for all these coins to really have the big moves, though. It's okay for everything to get rejected at the same day. It happens quite a lot. But right now, we're in a nice trend line. We need this to start booming. And if you guys talk... let me see. I can get off the second chart for a second here. So... there we go. If we break out, one of two things is going to happen. I'm feeling really bullish, maybe to a fault at this point. But I think if we're able to break out here, we can have maybe one little pump up here. And then towards the middle of December, kind of like the second week, basically, we start to really surge. If you want to be a little bit more cautious, like how I normally am, you can try to think that, hey, we're going to ride this trend line and wait for this. Let me put a level of resistance up here. Let's do a line that's oh, there we go. Okay. This line right here, where it intersects, we could always just come up here, test, get rejected, come back down, and then pop later on. That would have us going into next year, like January or February. I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but I could see us easily just doing that as well. You can kind of see this larger pennant when I draw that yellow line up there. I'm hoping that's not the case, because usually Bitcoin, you see when it likes to boom, it really can boom pretty fast. And I'm hoping to see one of these types of moves rather than something more like this, where it's just kind of gradually going up here. So that's the play I'm looking at right now. I want to see this kind of boom up here, maybe have a top fall down a little bit, but sometime in December, I think we're going to test out all-time highs and then try to reach go even higher than that, so to speak. Let me go back over here. There you go. I'm barely trying to hold on to the Fibonacci level at the moment. Let's see. Hey, Saul. I think if Bitcoin does want to test out all-time highs again, and it does break out, I think we can get into the 80,000s. Somewhere like maybe 85,000 is a pretty good target. We're due for another large leg up here. We've had a great consolidation period, like fantastic consolidation period. We may still be in this consolidation period for all we know. So I think with all this consolidation, Bitcoin should be looking very, very good going forward. Hey, Daniel, I appreciate it a lot. Sorry, guys, my dog is just... Loki, stop biting stuff you're not supposed to be biting. Let's see. Hey, Hector. Hey, man, good to see you. You're definitely my favorite crypto analyst for Doge. Predictions for Doge price next to 24 hours. Maybe a max of 24 cents if Bitcoin's able to boom here. Right now, Bitcoin looks like it wants to come down, so it might come down probably like maybe at the lowest 21.5 cents, unless Bitcoin takes a really strong dip all the way back down to the next Fibonacci level. But right now, I'm not expecting too much for Dogecoin. All I can see is when I look at Dogecoin, though, for more than the next 24 hours, it's looking a lot more bullish because we're very, very close to having a golden cross. And on top of that, you've been seeing people have been buying up some multi-million-dollar positions on it and just holding. So they feel like something's coming as well. And usually when whales are kind of hopping into something, they usually find a way to make it pump. So I'm excited to see what happens with Dogecoin in the next few hours, or next few days more specifically. Hey, Brennan, Seahawks are my team, but I would rather see a crypto crash than these guys tonight. I was watching a little bit ago. Pete Carroll needs to go. I don't like him. I haven't liked him actually since the Marshawn Lynch debacle, where they tried to throw the ball on the 1 yard line. But, nobody's been listening to my calls for the past few. I don't know how long ago that was. That was like years ago. But yeah, I'm not a Pete Carroll fan personally. I watched part of the game and I'm just like, you can see Metcalf's even becoming more frustrated. But yeah, it's been brutal to watch the Seahawks this season. I'm kind of glad it's this bad though. It's not like a even season. We're so bad that like somebody has to act and somebody should get fired because our offensive line is trash. Everybody's trash. I'm just like, it's so sad. But usually when they suck, their tickets for the games get much cheaper. So that's nice. See, hey, like Jay, what do I think Shiba's headed? It's at 52 already. Let me take a quick peek at it. That's the 5. It's coming back down a little bit here, probably to the 20. I think Bitcoin's messing up the SHIB vibe here. Let's take a look at the daily chart just so I can see what's going on. Does this match up with anything? Not really. Matches up a little bit more now. A little bit more. Yeah. Does this level up? Yeah. Okay. Possibly up to like 5.387 level up here a little bit. That's why I could see a good price target for it. If you want to be a little bit more conservative, instead of coming up here to this old buying zone, this old support, which is going to be a resistance level now, you can try to look at this a little bit shorter right here, about 5.231. That's about another 9% higher than what it is at now. I think right now people in SHIB are just becoming a little patient. They're just kind of waiting this out just because if you look at this, look at Bitcoin looking to do a potential downturn. That may make SHIB come down a little bit more. So I think that's what people are watching at the moment. And if you bought, here, hold on a second. Let me go to the 4 hour. 4 hour. If you bought down here on the trend line, so let's say you bought right here, not even at the very best spot, but just kind of somewhere along the trend line, you're already up about 27% at the moment. Up here, you're up like 30%, and you can see around 30% is when a lot of people are going to take those good juicy profits right there. So at the moment, it's just taking a little bit of a breather. Hopefully it can continue going a little bit higher, but it has started to take a break, and it'll probably come down here a little bit more in the next few, probably the next half an hour or so before trying to get some more volume in here and try to make another push. But so far it has the volume, which is very nice. You can see the volume up here. But as the next few minutes roll on, unless it's able to kind of recoup itself pretty fast, you're going to see this continue to drop down at least until maybe 4.7 or so, maybe 4.75 if the 20 moving average can come up here fast enough. But I think right now this is still a pretty good play. The volume is still there, so if you guys want to do some day trading and hop on it, it's definitely a play worth watching at the moment. You're seeing Dogecoin do some wacky stuff as well on the 5-minute chart. There we go. Yeah, we're fine. Hey Ryan, does Core have any chance to break $1 by the end of the year? Yeah, it does. Whether it will, I'm not entirely sure. I don't. This thing is kind of pumped up already. this thing might slowly be dying while the rest of the market is booming. One of those types of coins, so I'd be careful with it. As I look at this, and it had a fantastic run here, but you can see how I talked about this a while ago here. Came up, it's continuing to come down, even though Bitcoin's doing okay. And because of that, I'm just like, I'll wait till it hits the 20-day moving average or the 50-day moving average. Those are going to be the next opportunities to buy. If you wanted a stop loss, you're going to have it somewhere around here, like 64 cents, maybe 63.5 cents. If you are buying right now, or you could try to buy right there for potential pop, but that's going to be a level of support. And at the moment, I mean, look at that crazy pop, very, very nice pop. This thing's definitely going to cool off a little bit before trying to do something else in the future. But right now, it's really in that cool off zone. So it could definitely hit $1. Maybe a jolt from Bitcoin booming sometime in December can really wank, like wonk now. Kick it out of this downtrend and really kick it into high gear to get some more volume into it. But yeah, it can't hit $1. It just needs to get that little, like, it needs to get some help from some outside force like Bitcoin or something to really push it up. Hey Brett, Seahawks almost got picked. Surprise. I don't like the Seahawks right now. They're trash. Hey John, if you wanted to buy some Ethereum right now, I'd suggest probably going in like a bit at a time, just because it did get rejected like Bitcoin here. It could definitely still pop up in like later on this day candle, and that's what you're going to be hoping for. But if you might, just in case it doesn't like break out today on this day candle, you can buy a little bit today. If it comes down tomorrow, you can buy a little bit tomorrow, and if it comes down one more day to test out the support again, you can buy one more time that time, and you wouldn't be buying anymore. You'd be hoping that the support held and then looking for it to break out after that. Hey Prince, would be a good area to scout Bitcoin. Oh, I mean, it would have been on the support right here. If it closes below this yellow line here, I mean, you can see it closed right above it and it opened right above it. And it's trying hard here. See how this is the 15-minute chart. See how it reacts to the 20 here. If we are still in this little downtrend here, it might get rejected down from it, and you can short it from here, probably something like 57,300 back down to like 56,000 all the way down here. You're gonna have another opportunity, I think. So that'd be a good short play if you can watch it for that long. Sometimes it gets really annoying because again, this is a 15-minute chart, so that may take some time here. But you don't have to hold it all the way down here just until you make enough profit. There we go. Hey Ghost, XLM is in an uptrend. Let's see. Well, are you talking to me? Hold on a second. Probably. I don't know. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I thought you were talking to somebody else, but let me see. XLM. XLM. I'm blind sometimes. There we go. Yeah, you're right. XLM's in a uptrend. Excuse me. We're trying to break out of this level at 44 cents, 0.441880 at the moment. It's been a little bit tricky, as you guys can see, but so far, if you're looking to buy something, Lumen is a very good price to be buying in at. It barely just tapped on the trend line yesterday, so this is a good entry price if you guys wanted it for a potential December boom. Now, if the boom doesn't happen, of course, you're going to sell as it breaks down below the trend line for maybe a loss of like, I don't know, upwards of maybe 10%, but the return should be fairly good. Like if you're looking at XLM, it comes back down here. Yeah, you're going to have a stop loss probably somewhere around 10% to be safe in case the wick kind of comes down right below the trend line and then pops back up, so to speak. So you're going to be risking 10% for a breakout opportunity of like 30%. And of course, if we break out over the next few weeks, because this will be the low point for the next few weeks of trading, you can possibly get up even higher up here all the way to 54 cents and whatnot. So, got something in my eye. But yeah, that's what you're looking at for XLM at the moment. It's just having a little bit of trouble deal with the 200 moving average. I mean, let's just zoom in here. That's the issue at the moment. You're seeing a lot of stuff hitting their different levels of resistance. It's fine. There's nothing too concerning here. What I want to see is, you know, we have a golden cross that should be bullish. In the next like week or so, let's pop, test, then pop later on. I think this definitely has a good opportunity of having some really good moves here in the next few weeks. There we go. Hey Globetrotter, if Bitcoin goes to 90K in December, Merry Christmas. That'd be a very, very interesting Christmas. That, I mean, I'd be jumping for joy at that point. Let's see. Hey Justin, can we check out ADA? Yeah. So right now ADA is testing support here from this longer trend line that we have way down here. Testing. It's looking okay. ADA is a particularly weak coin at the moment because there's a lot of fear around it because of all the news that it may get delisted from other exchanges, just like it did to it was on eToro. So that's what everybody's kind of waiting for at the moment. If you start to see more news come out, you're going to see ADA take a pretty big hit down. So as you know, as much as like I could say like, hey, this is a good place to be buying it at the moment, which it is. It's a very good price to be buying it at. I just want to let you know, be careful, or at least have some type of news alert ready. So if you start hearing news about ADA being delisted off of Binance or off of KuCoin or something like that, I would just leave this alone for a while and then, you know, move on to another coin. But for now, if you want to just do a little bit of short-term trading, this is a decent opportunity to be buying ADA. Just remember, it's in a pickle, like, you know, public relations wise. So they may have some issues that the market can't fix, like Bitcoin can't fix them. But overall, it's at the trend line. Good buying opportunity. Fairly cheap price as well. Hey Mike, is SHIB mooning right now? It's not necessarily mooning, but it's having a really, really nice pop off today. A lot of people making some good money on it off those trend lines. Hey Saul, why is Doge not following Bitcoin right now? I think because some whale is messing it up. Look at the volume in here. Oh, why do I keep taking the volume off? Hold on. When I do my videos in my room, in my movie room, I have the volume off so it's not blocking the view when I stretch out the charts and whatnot, but I always forget to put them back on. But yeah, what you're looking at right now, I mean, Dogecoin hasn't really followed Bitcoin too much over the last few days. Let's see right here. Same basic shape, but as far as these little spikes, Dogecoin's been having a little bit better one. I think because people view Dogecoin as much more undervalued than it is at the moment. That people just think, hey, this is a great buying opportunity. They're seeing some volume kick up here. I mean, look at the volume on this breakout here. We've been talking about this as the first breakout here, and then we have the second breakout right up here. So I think a lot of people are buying in right now because they have a feeling that it's going to spike up to 26 cents sometime the next week, and they're going to try to sell up here. I think that's probably what's happening at the moment. Look at this beautiful uptrend at the moment. Popped, going up bit by bit by bit, running into a little bit of resistance up here at 22 cents, but we'll see. Well, 22.74. And you see Bitcoin just, they have different technicals. I don't know exactly why, but it's a good thing to see for Dogecoin. Because that means Dogecoin can try to hit a, that 26 cent level sometime next week or so. We can take a peek at Dogecoin though. It's trying hard here, guys. It's trying. But ultimately, it's still grinding up at this point, which is a nice thing to see. We just really don't want to see another big leg down from Bitcoin because that would just really punish Dogecoin more than we would like. Let's see. Hey Jay, I'm intrigued by the Voyager USDC rate of 9%. I read all their terms and conditions. What risk factor would you associate with it? It's not too much of a risk. The risk is that your account gets hacked or your account gets, like your password gets hijacked, so to speak. That's the risk. Because if that happens, remember Voyager, at least the Voyager interest accounts, they're not FDIC insured. And what that means is if somebody, you know, stole your got your information, they transferred all your money to another wallet, they would not be able to reimburse you because they're not insured like that. But I think it's definitely worth it. And what I tell you guys normally is I would just reset my password every month, and that usually does the trick. Make it a password that you it doesn't really have to be a password you're going to remember all the time, because most of the time your phone can, like, you know, keep save it. And just use some common sense when you open up emails, and don't fall for any phishing attacks. And I mean, I had never had a problem with my Voyager account at all. And that 9% is very, very, very attractive as far as just looking to park some money somewhere. So I highly recommend it. See, hey Jonathan, you're going to stake Croat 13% at the moment. That is pretty darn sweet. I mean, that's a really good staking price, guys. Let's see. See. Hey Ghost, oh, you answered the question pretty much. Let's see. Oh, you got it pretty much. Okay. Yeah, Probin, I'll hop on what Ghost was saying. It's unfair and market abuse, yes and yes, but it still happens. It just happens in the market all the time. We just have to be able to adjust to it in real time. We had a good chance of breaking out today, but the whales weren't ready for it. And I'm not entirely sure if the bulls actually had enough momentum to carry out the breakthrough anyway. So I'm not too concerned about it, but there was a little bit of manipulation today. I'm not too concerned. I talked about it a little bit during that video I posted today, not more about the manipulation, but the possibility of us coming down here. Actually, let me see what this is on the daily chart. Because I'm hoping right now that this will be the floor, this yellow line, or at least down here at about 56,698, somewhere right there. And if that's the floor, then we can just turn this into a green candle by continuing to move up later on the day candle. That's what I'm hoping for, at least, but we'll have to see. Otherwise, we're going to take a leg down here today, another leg down tomorrow, then try to rebound a little bit later on, and then everything changes. You're going to see altcoins come down quite a bit again, and everybody's going to be depressed round two, so to speak. But yeah, I mean, there's manipulation. There's nothing we can do about it. As long as you understand it's there, you know, you're not going to be surprised when it hits you in the face. There we are. Hey Eugene, is Robinhood down? I don't believe it is, but I don't use Robinhood, so well, let me see if I can open up the app though. Oop, my phone was on the entire time in my pocket. Robinhood. It lets me open it, but you are right. There is a problem with Robinhood at the moment. It kind of shows me a blank screen. And then when I look up my information, you can see everything's kind of grayed out with no charts in there. So yeah, Robinhood is having an issue at the moment. It's not just you. Very interesting to see though. Let me see. Robinhood status. They lie. I hate when they lie, but that's why they have this page right here, Down Detector. Down Detector is one of my favorite things in the world. Oh, we've beaten Down Detector. That's rare. Usually you'll see the problems pop up here before they pop up on Robinhood. Mobile brokerage. I hate it. All right. So you may see some more reports here pretty soon with Robinhood. Most reported problems in November. No. So wow. 12 days ago. No. Privacy. Okay. So nobody's noticing it right now, but it looks like it's going to have a problem here pretty soon. I might even... Oh, Jesus. Twitter. Okay, whatever. I don't care. Let me just open up Twitter here. Okay. I just can't look at the Seahawks. No, huh? Nobody. There you go. Mike Laro. Robinhood down. Robinhood sends us to bed. Down. Robinhood's turn. Let's see. Oh, I guess people want to see Robinhood announce SHIB on the project. Oh, Robinhood's frozen. Yeah. So yeah, Robinhood's having some. So you know, this is probably old news. But yeah, it looks like Robinhood's down. So yeah. Unfortunately. Oh, I was talking about this to Ahmed a while ago, and Monica too. You know, guys, I told you guys this about like a month or two ago. It's finally taking off after just waiting for a while to boom. So this one's pretty nice. It's breaking out here. I think BGB is going to be a good one. This only has a market cap of about $40 million right now, probably a little bit higher at the moment. I don't know. I told you guys about it at 53 million. So, excuse me, 33 million. Right now it's at, oh no, right now it's at 42 million. So yeah, it's starting to get a little bit of a pump. I'm liking what I'm seeing with this coin here. I'm going to hold on to it for a while more to see how this performs. And there we go. And we see Dogecoin trying to pump up a little bit more here as well, guys. Hey John, support and resistance for Ethereum. Yeah, remember guys, I'll make a trend line video again. I think I have one on my channel somewhere. I'll have to just clearly label it trend line. You guys really want to know how to draw trend lines. Trend lines are crucial to help you guys know some of these levels of resistance and support. Right now, the support on, at least on today's candle, is at about like $4,500. That's what you're looking at the moment. Ethereum's not really doing much right now. It's kind of going sideways. But yeah, $4,500 or so. As far as support's concerned, about $4,375 is what you're looking at. That's from this level of resistance way over here. Looking for altcoin season, this is a great time to buy. I'd still be holding if I bought here or here or here or maybe even up here. I'd still be holding at the moment, and I'd be waiting to see if this thing really can pop off a little bit later. But what I can see happening here is over the next few days, let's have a big boom back up to make maybe $55, $57 From there, you start to see the 50 curl back up above the 200 since the 200 is coming down anyway. And then you see a golden cross. And then sometime later in December, you see it really start to pop off. So that's what I'm looking at right now. It looks fine to me, though. Give it maybe 1 to 3 more days for an attempt to break out above the 20-day moving average, then pop up and test out the resistance at the 50. I think that's what you're going to be looking at now. On the 5, that 200 as well. So the 200 on the 4-hour chart, and then the 20 and the 50 on the are the daily charts of what I'm going to be looking at the most here. Ooh. Let's see. I feel like there was a spider on my leg. There we go. Oh, I think I got a package from good old Amazon buddies. Hey Ron, sorry for the lame question. I'm a recovering Forex trader trying to learn the new stuff. Oh, don't worry about it, dude. Forex is definitely a rough market to be in. Forex requires patience that is just so hard for a new trader. You know, you probably learned all about the pips and all that thing. I love Forex just because I get to say pips. Forex is a very, very hard market, somewhat like cryptocurrency in reality, because you just have to be patient and you don't have to really buy it all the time. Forex, you make a lot of money by taking out that massive loan because you have to have massive leverage to trade, the fractions of pennies between the dollar and the euro, so to speak. And then you just have to hold for a while. That's how successful Forex traders go. And once you make enough money, you can let your leveraged positions go down like 100 to 200% before they ultimately return you something like 500%. But when you're just starting off as Forex, it can be very, very rough. Like I don't even like Forex anymore because it's so rough. And most of the time, because the money I make in Forex is nothing compared to the money I would make in I make in the crypto markets. Like when we're looking at stuff like this, and the way I trade, you guys know I did that video a couple days ago, the technical analysis video, where I was saying, hey, if you're taking a position right now, you're gonna be taking small to medium positions right now. If you wanted to buy heavy, I'd say I would buy heavy if it came down to this level here. Now, if you bought right here, you would not be doing anything right now. You'd just be patiently waiting to see what happens. If this is going to be the bottom, if we eventually break out later on. But that's the beauty. You buy right here. You're kind of just patiently waiting. And then right now what you're going to see is, normally it happens to everybody. Don't feel bad if you're one of those people I'm talking about. But once we start popping off back up here and we start testing the breakout, everybody starts asking, hey, should I buy up here? When I said, we were at support, you can buy down here. So, when you buy at the right times, or if you buy at key levels of support, so to speak, you can definitely allow yourself to be much more patient about how things are going to move forward. Which is definitely more of a Forex thing. Much more of a Forex thing. There we are. But so far, Bitcoin's trying to hold here. Barely, but it's trying to hold. Somebody's buying something up here too, though. Hey Freddie, I have them down below in the comments, but you don't necessarily have to get those books. You can get any book that talks to you about technical analysis, charting if you want charting, crypto if you want crypto. There's a whole bunch of books you can get. You can get cheaper books, more expensive books. Today's Cyber Monday, so I'm guessing you're going to find those books somewhere on sale if you look hard enough. You don't have to just go to Amazon, although I guess Amazon is going to have a bunch of sales too. But yeah, any book that you can find about technical analysis, setting up your charts correctly, stocks or crypto, depending on how you want to trade here, and you're going to be looking up a lot of information on those specific topics. Technical analysis is the most important. Hey Probin, I can go to USD. I don't really trade off of USD though, but let me see. Bitcoin, USD, Coinbase. And there's a gap you're saying? Let me see. I wish I had the futures screen on for me. Well, actually, let me see if I can go here. I'm not even logged on to this account, but let me see. $57, $120. That's a teeny bit of a gap. It could possibly fill that gap. I don't rely on the gaps too much here. It could, but I wouldn't read too much into it personally. Let me get back onto the right Bitcoin chart. There we go. Let's see. Hey, Putin's cat, this is all guessing. I wouldn't say it's necessarily like guessing, like how you would just say, oh, I guess it's going to go up. Oh, ooh, I guess it's going to go down. The way I think about the markets is there's a lot of different technicals, a lot of different, little tools you have in order to make those guesses, your guesses more correct, if that makes sense. I'm not too good at articulating what I'm trying to say here, but you can see that I placed this Fibonacci level over like a week ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago now, and it's still honoring that level, right? So I have a good opportunity of buying right here and making money if I hold. So that's kind of like the ABCs of technical analysis. There's a reason why you add the technicals. I told you guys earlier today, if we fall down below this level, well, you're going to want to sell because we're breaking down out of the uptrend. And I made a guess that, hey, if this breaks down, you want to sell. And if you sold, you would have saved yourself some money. So it's kind of like guessing if you want to think about it like that. But there are ways to make your guesses more accurate, I guess that's the best way to say it. Because nobody that trades the market knows exactly what's going to happen. Exactly what's going to happen. It's usually the people that have the most information, have the best educated guesses. We're kind of everyday Joes here. So we don't have like the fancy $1 million projects, $1 million tools. But I mean, you can see the technicals work out. Hey, we're breaking out the uptrend. You guys should sell this. Ooh, look at that. Oh, it went down. Hey, the Fibonacci level, it's holding. We've held it a few times. Try to buy here. Hey, ooh, look at that. It went up. There are things you can do to make life a lot easier. But yeah, trading, in fact, is definitely a guessing game. It's when you add emotions and stuff like that to it that it can get really picky, and it can really take some money away from you, though. Let's see. Hey, Ghost, do you want technical analysis for Cat? Let's see. I'm guessing you're talking about the caterpillar. Decent breakout here. We don't need that anymore. Has support. What's the best way to do this? Let me see which one works well for me. I wouldn't be touching this too much at the moment. I'd wait to see if it came back down to about $186 or so. This one doesn't look too happy. I don't know what's happening with it though. Oh yeah, there's a strong sell indicator on it. But what I want to see is here. I'll go over to FinViz very fast. There has to be some type of news associated with this this little bit of a downtrend right here. This most recent one. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Oh, there's no news about this. Let's see. $310,000 put block. $200 call, yeah. I don't see anything particularly good. It seems like there may be some option flow data in here that may be saying otherwise, but looks like a put was just traded off a block, and it looks like there was a little bit of opportunity, people buying some $200 calls here. So people might be expecting 1 or 2 days of popping up, I guess, at the moment. Anything else here that I can really see, though? Rejected. Just had a death cross. I mean, that had kind of fulfilled itself, didn't it? Yeah, personally, I wouldn't want to be touching in the middle of this zone, Ghost. I'd be waiting to see if it came down a little bit more at $187 or so you can buy a put if you wanted to. Otherwise, I'd wait for this breakout here or this breakout here. More likely this breakout, but both are going to be good opportunities for buying in. But at the moment, I wouldn't be touching this. There we go. Hey, Little Scratcher, if you sell a stock at a loss, can you deduct it in your taxes? If I buy a stock different sector or buying crypto like Dogecoin? If you buy a coin or a stock and you lose money after, and you sell it and for a loss, that goes towards your taxes. But at the end of the year, it's just going to be one net. Did you make money or did you lose money? So you apply it to that net value, and then your tax on the net value at the end of the year. So that's how it's going to work out. But if you wanted to take a loss on something, you could easily sell it, have that be on the books right now, and you could just rebuy back into it if you wanted to on a different exchange, or just have it on a different wallet, so to speak. And then if you make money on that next time, then you're going to have to pay tax on it, obviously. I know a lot of people that bought Dogecoin at like 50 cents, 60 cents, whatever. They're holding it right now, but they sold it a few days ago for a loss for tax season, which is right around the corner, and they just bought back into it like a few days later. And now they've applied that loss to their overall their net gains / net loss, and depending on how they did over the market this year. Hopefully it's net positive, but that's going to go towards taxes, which will help them out because they're taking a loss. Let's see. Hey Mo, VeChain, that would have been a good time to buy VeChain. You can see right there. Oof. Well, if it doesn't break out and Bitcoin just kind of continues to grind up on this trend line here, you could see it coming up to maybe 16, 17 cents. Let's just say 16 cents or so, which could be pretty nice as far as VeChain is concerned. Since it's at 12 cents now, that'd be a jump of about 30, 35, 40%, which would be pretty nice. If Bitcoin does start to go really parabolic though and start breaking to all-time highs and stuff like that, and we get a little bit of altcoin season flavor in there, then I could see this easily coming back up here towards all-time highs, at least until like the 20s. So that's what I'm looking at right now. But just for this next month, a reasonable expectation is for it to come back up here towards 15.5 to 16 cents. As long as Bitcoin doesn't do some funky drop though. That's as Bitcoin continues on its trend. 1, 2, 3, it's been doing pretty well so far. Let's see, what's Bitcoin doing right here? Let's see, we can watch both of these at the same time. Hey, Brett, want to be like Mike? You lose a lot of your life to trading, guys. I'm trying to teach you in a way where you can have some like family time and stuff like that. Maybe because YouTube takes up a lot of my time as well, though. I want to say like 60 to 70% of the stuff I can teach you is going to be like the technical analysis and stuff I talk about on most days, and the tools I kind of share with you guys. But the majority, not the majority, but the last like 30 to 40% of it is going to be you guys just looking at charts over and over and over again and memorizing like weird small patterns that you don't really see too often, or that you see all the time, but they mean something to you. a lot of times we'll see, this is the most common one because people freak out when they see this one. Right here. You'll see one candle bar. Oh, is that magnet on? No, it's not on. Arrow. You see a candle bar that looks like that. And then, like, you know, something was squiggling up here, then it turned into a candle. Another candle like that. Another candle like that. And then the first time it falls down, what the heck is going on? Stop trying to connect. The first time this candle drops down below the previous low, like this one or this one, it'd most likely be this one. As soon as it does that, after kind of grinding for a little bit, that's exactly when you want it. You know you should get out of it, because right afterwards it starts to go like that. You see that happen all the time, and whenever I'm looking at it on the minute charts, oops, whenever I'm looking at it, I'm always just watching it very, very closely to make sure this level keeps a higher low, higher low. It has to keep a higher low, then it can pop off. But if it has a lower low at any point during that little mini flag there, I know it's hard to think of these as candles. That's when stuff really starts to go downhill fast. And you got to know it right then. You got to sell, because what happens is everybody sees that at the same time. That's a full-time day trader that like knows how this pattern works out. And when it happens, they're like, "Oh, I'm out." And that out is what causes that drop where you're like, that's what causes it. Everybody sees that exact moment and they choose that as the point to sell. All right, now I can get rid of all this blue stuff here. There we are. See. Hey Zandy, Ethereum's doing fine. It's getting rejected a little bit here from breaking out, but overall it's looking good for the next few days. Let's see. Hey Putin's Cat, you have stocks. You started Coinbase today. I'm willing to gamble with a small amount. Yeah, if you want to, Ghost told you right there. TradingView has paper trading if you want to try that. And I think if you don't know, paper trading is just basically you're trading with fake money. If you wanted to trade on an actual exchange instead of TradingView, I have a link down below. I think it's for BitGet. Yeah, BitGet. And that one has paper trading on it, which is pretty nice. And it also has leverage trading, which is pretty fun as well. I recommend them quite a bit. Their coin's actually making me a little bit of money right now, which is pretty nice. But I'd recommend paper trading a little bit here. If you just wanted to hop in head first, which I wouldn't really recommend, use some of those basic technicals and patterns that you probably saw in the stock market and apply those to the crypto market. But when you buy, make sure that Bitcoin is actually doing okay. What's weird about the crypto markets compared to the stock markets is, for the most part, everything likes to revolve around Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes up, most coins go up. If Bitcoin goes down, most coins go down. That's the way it kind of works. It's not too fun sometimes, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, so to speak. So just before you buy any particular coin for a breakout or because of any technicals or anything like that, just make sure that your Bitcoin is going to be, that Bitcoin itself is looking good as far as its price movements and its price targets. Hello, Rosecutcher. Can you make a video? How does tax harvesting loss for stock and cryptocurrency? How does tax harvesting loss? I can try. I mean, it's better to talk to an accountant than me. I'm not exactly like, I'm not going to tell you everything you need to know. But yes, like if, let's say I made a bunch of money this year. I made decent returns. Let's say I bought Dogecoin at 75 cents. Well, since the year is almost over and Dogecoin's had a pretty decent loss here, but I'd still believe it's going to go higher. Well, then what I would do is I would sell right now for a pretty sizable loss, and then I can apply that to my overall win-loss ratio for the year. So when I have to pay my taxes, I'm going to be paying less in taxes because of it. I take the money I sold, wait a couple days. You don't have to wait a couple days. I just say that. And then you could just buy back into Dogecoin and then that's a whole new trade. You just have to be able to move that money back into your bank account and move it back in there. You can do that within a day if you have Coinbase or something like that. Hey Putin, for long-term holds, Bitcoin and Ethereum are more of what you would call an asset class. Everything else is going to be mostly traded day by day. Or if you want to hold Dogecoin, Dogecoin's undervalued, so yeah, you can hold Dogecoin there. SHIB, you could buy SHIB. It'll probably continue going up, which will be good for you. But the right time to buy SHIB was a couple days ago when we were talking about it bouncing off of the trend line right there. That was the appropriate time to be buying into SHIB. Hey, X-Garbage. Hey, Mike, what do you think about SHIB right now, technically speaking? Oh, well, yeah, we'll go over it. Let's see. There you go. It rode the 5. It didn't actually tap on the 5, but it looked like it was doing okay. Luckily, it had the volume, though. So, what we were just talking about, you see the trend line right here? It held on to this trend line barely. This is a 5-minute chart, so it's not going to be as clean as a daily chart here. But this was the zone to be buying if you guys wanted to hop into SHIB. Right now, we're coming up here. We're about to test out some resistance. From where it is now, maybe it's like 4 or 5% away from testing out resistance. Let me hop on over to the 4-hour chart, though. Look at this 200 daily moving average just curl right here. You could definitely see this thing start to just pile drive down to the 50 coming up here. You might see it come up here, fight with the 200 here, and on this resistance, get blocked back down, cool off, and then try to consolidate for another breakout here later on. What I want to see happen first is the price come down, like spike, come back down, consolidate, then go boom. This boom could happen anytime, you know, in here. Doesn't matter exactly when it happens. But what you're going to see is the 200. Oh, there we go. Where's this at? The 200 here come down. Okay. And then you're going to see. Oh, come on. Let's see. This cross above it. And you're going to see a golden cross, which will lead to SHIB coming back up here to testing out another batch of all-time highs with a massive potential cup and handle play heading up here. So that's what you could see when I guess my lines don't look too good right here. I'm sorry about that. But that's what I could see happening for SHIB. And you see that 20-day moving average screaming down, that 200 daily moving average screaming down here. That makes me think that, hey, we're going to get beat down a little bit, but give it like a couple more weeks. It'll be looking really, really, really good for buying up. Well, good buying opportunity somewhere down here, like 0.4600, somewhere around there. And then you're going to be looking to take advantage of this, because right now this looks pretty darn good. That's if you're looking for a buying opportunity. If you already bought down here, don't worry about it. Hold on for dear life, and hopefully it can just bash through all this type of stuff, right? But short term, if you're looking at the technicals, you can see it's going to hit some resistance. This is double resistance up here. That means if we break out above it, it's going to be a really nice breakout, though. So that's nice to see. But be careful if you guys want to hop onto SHIB right now. At least see how it performs against that resistance level. Let's see. Oh, no worries, Ghost. What is Doge resistance? Well, Doge has a few levels of resistance right now. If you're just looking at as far as where it's having issues at, it's going to run into the 20 here, which is at about 23 cents. The 50 up here, which is at 24.5. More longer term, what I'm looking at as far as Dogecoin's actual resistance is going to be up here at about like 32 cents, maybe 30, 32.5 or so. And then after that, we're going to have the real big one is 35 cents. That's going to be that real big peak. If we can get back above that one, ooh boy, Dogecoin's going to be looking at a real big party going forward. At the moment, though, what does this look like? What does this kind of look like here? Kind of like a almost like a rectangle actually, but more pennant here. It almost looked like it wanted to have a double top and then break down here, but since it held, we could easily just continue on this trend and try to bounce back up to the next level of resistance. And this could be somewhat of a double bottom. Bottom 1, bottom 2, bottom 3, kind of. And then we could make a move up here. So that could be somewhat of a triple bottom at the moment, which would be kind of nice to see. But of course, we had this kind of stuff happening a while ago, but Dogecoin chart-wise is looking fine. The real big hiccup was last week or a few days ago, it was last week, if we broke down below this level, that's when stuff would have really started to look grim for Dogecoin as far as the technicals were concerned. Because that would have like made some type of double top, confirmation coming back down to at least 16 cents, maybe even lower than that. That's why last week was such a big thing for Dogecoin, which is why I said, if we start falling down like 15 cents, 16 cents, I'm going to hop out of it and wait to see what happens with it. But now that we've held, I feel a lot more comfortable just like waiting this bad boy out. There we go. Hey Trask, as far as AMP's concerned, I like AMP. I think it's better for a play though. Like if you're buying right now, I would rather just buy it for altcoin season because it had a nice pump last time. I wouldn't really just be. I don't like to day trade it too much personally. But as far as just buying now for a hold, yeah, I like it a lot. Hey Freddie, where do I find an RSA for stock crypto? It depends on your platform. Each one has a different one. Like, you know, I think even TD Ameritrade calls them studies, not even indicators. But if you want to get the RSI on TradingView in particular, you see this little FX right here. If you just leave your mouse on top of it, it says indicators and strategies. Click on it. Then from here, you're just going to search for that term. And my brain's kind of going to fluff. You said RSI, I believe. Yeah, RSI. RSI. There you go. Relative Strength Index. Don't confuse it with Relative Strength Index Strategy. That's a totally different thing here. You're going to click on it once. And you saw how I just added it right here. If I click on it again, it'll add another one, then another one, another one. Every time you click on it, there's going to be another one here. So there you go. And you can see right now, Bitcoin's on the 5 is right about right. It's not too heavy, not too light, just kind of looking okay. But yeah, that's how you put it up there. Again, FX right here, indicators and strategies. Type in the indicator you want to find. In this case, it was RSI, right? You can also do MA for moving average, MAKD, or right there, yeah, MACD. Tap on that one. So now we have an oscillator, a MACD, and an RSI here. So that's how you find them. There we go. It's not too hard. It can be a little bit annoying sometimes when you first get used to it, because they used to have a little tab here that actually said indicators. Now it's just the FX thing there, which is kind of weird. Maybe because what happens if I move this chart over here? It's because it's squeezed down so much. I have a much larger screen on my left, and now it actually says indicators right here. Yeah, I guess that's just the way it is. If I put it over here, it squeezes in, and now it's just FX. Yeah, but I mean, it's not like there's a whole bunch of room. Like there's a bunch of room there for me to see it if they wanted to. Maybe everything else would be the same. Yeah, who knows? But that's how you do it. Ghost. Oh yeah, Shiba, give us a cup. If that was a cup, that'd be a massive cup. That'd go parabolic, like parabolic. Let's see. Hey, Probe, an ICP. Yeah, I personally don't like ICP because of how they came into the market. They had a really the reason why they're down so much since they opened up is because they started off with a ridiculous market cap. And I mean ridiculous market cap here. I mean, look, yeah, this thing has just been trashed so far. Here. It's just now getting a 200 daily moving average too. Due for a golden cross pretty soon though. Bless you. Yeah, the reason why ICP started off all the way up here is because when it first came into the market, it already had billions of dollars invested in it. And so when when Bitcoin crashed back in May and April, what you saw happen is they had no all-time highs. It had all-time highs and like lows, but as soon as it started breaking the lows, everybody just panicked and sold and sold and sold and sold and sold over and over and over again. And that's what you're seeing right now, the result of that. Now here, I mean, if you want to buy ICP, everybody, this is exactly where you want to buy it. Exactly where you want to buy it. The thing about this is, I don't know why this doesn't even look that good. But if you did want to buy it, this is this place to be buying ICP at the moment. What you're hoping for, Probin, is you're hoping for it to bounce off somewhat like how SHIB did. See? Held on, held on, held on. Now it's starting to bounce off. That's what you're going to be hoping for as far as ICP is concerned at the moment. But if you wanted to buy some right now, this is the time to be buying it. But be careful. This is one of those coins that has a bunch of bag holders. But as much as I dislike this, I think there's a chance of making money here. I do think there's a chance of making money. I believe maybe during this next altcoin season, we may see it have a nice spike, at least back up to like $200 or so for like some Forex returns. So I think there's an opportunity to make money for it, as much as I don't like it. But I mean, as soon as you make some money off of it, don't feel like you have to go back into it. Move on from this coin, because like I said, there's a lot of bag holders up here waiting to to just get rid of it, just to sell their bags, and they want to sell those bags really, really bad. And of course, we have the start of a 200 daily moving average, which is pretty nice here. Of course, this is a pretty new coin. It was introduced this year, and we're going to be hoping in the next, couple weeks, 3 weeks maybe, to have a golden cross and then watch it kind of go up even higher. So that's what you're banking on at the moment. I still think this is a very good buying opportunity, though. So yeah, I think this is still a very good buying opportunity for ICP. Sorry guys, keep on putting my head up. See. Hey Ghost, I'm happy you're making over 800 bucks. There you go. That's really, really nice right there. I bought a couple of days ago. Hey, that was the time to be buying it on the trend. That was the perfect time to be buying it, Ghost. A very, very perfect time to be buying it. Let's see. Yeah, and Doge is popping off right now as well. It did break resistance. Dogecoin's having a pop off too. That's nice to see. Let's see if it's able to hold. And you see SHIB still coming up here to this first level of resistance. We'll see how it performs there. It's trying to grind up here. What's SHIB look like at the second chart? There you go. We'll put something over here for on Bitcoin's chart now. You see the SHIB second chart versus the Doge. SHIB definitely has more volume, which is why you see these a little bit more full. But it is fun to watch these things kind of play out here. And again, SHIB's resistance is right up here. If I can actually time this right, what is this? Another 2.5% up, about. Meanwhile, Bitcoin just trying to hold on to support right here. Come on. This would be really fun scalping. Let's see. Because I want to see if we tap on this. I'm not sure if we will, because sometimes we just get close and we don't actually tap. If we tap on this, will we get a hard rejection? Or will we tap it a little bit, then get sunk down and then try to do another breakout here? We'll watch. We need the volume to continue here. This is a very critical level. Most traders would have already bought by now. They're not going to really be buying at this specific level. See. Hey Mo, you don't like ICP? In my opinion, it's going to sink. Yeah, I just don't like how it came out onto the market. I always like a coin that gives people the opportunity to buy in at a low market cap, and it can make you money over time. That's how I like it. That's why I told you guys about that. Let me put this back here. This BGB token. I told you guys about here because it was at a $33 million market cap. It's on an exchange, which personally I believe is pretty good. And it's good enough where I think it's going to survive all these exchange wars that are going to come over the next few decades. And because of that, I was like, well, this is an exchange that's fairly new. It works really well. They give you lots of free promos and bonuses, which means they have a lot of capital to kind of, shove in a new investor's face, right? Like, if you guys deposit money here, you have the chance of getting up to $630 just by trading. If you guys don't have a lot of money to invest, you still have an opportunity. Like if you have like $1,000, something like that, you still have an opportunity to make up to $500 trading here. Just a free money, $500. So it's just a very, very good platform. I know they have a lot of money kind of banked up in here. And so right now it's finally, giving me some good money. I told Ahmed about this. You guys know I hop on the streams every now and again, not these types of streams, but I just kind of chat. And I told him about this and we were getting hyped about it. So far it's been performing well. Not as well as Ghost and her SHIB over there, but definitely pretty excited about it. Because it's much more of a longer term hold. This didn't do anything crazy while I was away, right? Nope. It's breaking out. There we go. Let's see what happens. I probably didn't draw that correctly. No, that should be fine. Second chart breakouts are always a lot more, just much more different because, no, it should be fine. We're just going to have some fun with this very fast. There we go. But I'm rooting for SHIB to kind of break through that high, though. Not the high, but this level of resistance, that'd be really nice. That'd make it go up like 30-40% a day. More of 30%. There you go. You can see how unreliable second charts can be, but they're really fun to watch. Hey, Anguelo, sorry if I mispronounced your name. Right now, that top looks to be somewhere around here at 5231, unless we're able to break above that. If we're able to break above it, it'd probably be somewhere around like 5771. Then from there, 6541. I'd say up here is more realistic, though, the 5750 level. Unless Bitcoin can make a big move here. Look at that tap. See, it's weird, but somehow it algorithms do their stuff quite a bit. Hey boy, waking up from a nap. A little scratch of the head. The puppy woke up and he's like, "Hey, what you doing?" When a puppy wakes up and he's tired, so he just gives you those little eyes, like, "Oh, can I get a pet, please? I've had a long nap." There you go, boy. All right, let me see what's going on over here. Hey, Elmer, my man, happy to see you back. Hey, bro, realistic price for SHIB in 1 year's time? Oh, this is too volatile for me to give you a really good answer. A year from now? Maybe somewhere up here at 12064. I'm kind of like not necessarily guessing, but it's kind of a long shot here. Somewhere closer up here, these levels, a year from now. Because I could definitely see it have another spike, but I could definitely see this having another crash here. Yeah, probably somewhere up there. Like maybe another 50-60% from where it is now. I don't think it's going to go particularly like crazy. Oh, we're going to have a breakout. There we go. Nice little breakout there. Chug it. Woo. Yeah. Come on, it can go higher. There we go. Okay. I love. This is why I tell you guys can have a lot of fun with this. And when you guys are practicing how to trade and whatnot, just kind of looking at these small little technicals in the second chart. Again, I know this TradingView second chart is pretty expensive. I think it's like, I pay like $500 a year for it or something like that. But it does have a lot of fun. And you can really see when you want to buy, sell right here. You don't think of them as second charts. You got to think of them as like 10, 15-minute charts or daily charts, something like that. So you don't feel like you're going to be greedy by selling here. Because in reality, all that was a 0.65% profit. But if you think about it in terms of options or stocks and stuff like that, you'd have a pretty good idea. Oh, I could start selling some right here on resistance. Oh yeah, I can start selling some right here. Uh-oh, coming down for a couple days. I'll start selling right here. Oh, we fell down below the 20. Time to exit out of the position completely. Stuff like that, which can be really fun. Because there's just so many freaking patterns here. I mean, there's just so many patterns. It's still grinding up here. So now that we don't need to pay attention to this line anymore, let's take a peek at these. There you go, and hope we get something out of here. But right now, Shiba is definitely something that's fun to watch. Let me put Bitcoin on the 5 here. Because we want to see Bitcoin break out too here. Hey, Lucky, Luna's looking to break resistance. Oh, there you go. That's something else you can hop on too. Hey, John. Yes, Ethereum can definitely go to 5K. That's my price target. My personal price target for it this year is $5,000. I hope it goes higher than that, but that's just my I'm really conservative with price target, so it might go up to 5,500, maybe even 6,000. Excuse me. See, tapped right on it. I love technicals too much though. And then we go come down a little bit. No, it's gonna hold. Ooh, this is nice. All right, this is me just being nerdy, guys. Sorry. Let's see. Can I check OXT? Let me take a quick peek at it. This is far away from our breakout here, but let's see what we can find. So this is not the right time to be really buying it or selling or doing anything. This is time to be holding it. You can see it's holding above the 50. It just had a golden cross, which is a nice sign, but I mean, it already kind of pumped up from that golden cross. If it can manage to get back above that 20 and hold, I think you could open up a position there. The real time to be buying this was down at the trend line down here, or if it comes back down again. Personally, you just want to be holding this at the moment and seeing if it can try to continue this ride up here, especially with the help of Bitcoin going for up over the next couple weeks, I think. But right now, it's not really worth doing anything with at the moment. You're just kind of going to be holding the position you have with some confidence, or you're going to be looking for it to drop down maybe a couple percent and then try to, if Bitcoin does come down here, and you're going to be looking to buy if it bounces off of the 200 moving average. Sorry, I'm trying to talk too much. But right now, nah, I don't see too much stuff to be interested in here. Here, this may change my mind a little bit. There you go. You can buy if it comes down here. Maybe now you don't have to even wait for the 200. You can buy if it comes down here potentially. Hopefully at that point though, Bitcoin's looking good. If you want to buy it, just remember that point. Oh, broke down to the first one, bounced, rejected, bounced. Probably getting rejected here though. Yep, there you go. And it got rejected, and what happened? Fell down. So, boop. Happens in the second chart. So there's a reason. I wish there was a second chart available to you guys for free somewhere. If one of you guys finds it, please let me know so I can let you guys know, because I feel bad because this one is how do I? Okay, there's a 7 minute sale. Okay. Rarely do I try to pump this site up because I use it every single day. But this is a pretty darn good sale. I know it was like 75% or 70% something on Black Friday. If you guys did want to get the premium and you guys had like $300 just lying around, that would be really, really nice. That'd be very, 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 very nice. So just saying right here, that's a very good value here. Otherwise, extend. Yeah, I already paid for the premium. I don't know how much it costs though. I don't know how much it normally costs. So I'm sorry. Normally they let me like kind of slide it around and say monthly versus yearly, but they're really trying to pump this right now, so I can't really see. But yeah, if you guys find a chart that has second charts on it for crypto, let me know and I'll definitely share it with the audience, because you can see all the fun technical analysis I did, just me being me here over a few minutes, knowing when to buy, when to sell, having some fun there, and kind of just having a good time with it. And there we go. Let me take off this. And if we go back to the 5, this is what all that stuff looked like right here. Now we're just going to come and test out the 5 here. We want to stay above the 20 on the 5 in the short term here. Overnight, though, you could definitely risk holding it here. We just don't want to see a shoulder, head, and shoulder for a reversal right here. So what your support's going to be is right there. If you guys were doing a little bit of day trading, if you guys are holding for a few more days for all this big stuff to happen on the news with getting on a new exchange, you can definitely consider holding. But just make sure you guys have some type of stop loss in place just to make sure you're able to lock in those gains. That's if you're more conservative like me. If you're not as conservative as me when it comes to trading, you can definitely continue to hold. You guys know I'm just paranoid about taking my profits to the bank. Let's see. Hey, bro, I said jumped 30% while you were napping. Maybe I should go back and do some napping. I bet there was millions of people that want you to nap right now then. Let's see. Hey, no worries, Probin. Technicals are a very, very cool thing to. Oh, I won't say cool. I don't know if that seems weird, but they're a really, really useful thing to learn for trading. I implore all of you guys to learn as much about technicals as you can. I'm going to try to put out some more tutorials here later on in the week and months ahead. And then I'm going to be talking about every single pattern I can talk about. Over here, if I go to desktop, YouTube files, patterns, when I start talking about certain coins or stocks or stuff like that, and I mention a pattern, like let's say I say something like, hey, Bitcoin recently had a double top. Okay, we just had a double top. We saw the effects of that one. Next time I'll be able to put up a double top indicator like this onto the chart, onto the screen that you guys are watching, and you guys can see, oh, this is a double top reversal bearish, and you'll see how it kind of looks in Bitcoin, because not every double top is going to look this perfect, right? They rarely look this perfect. Usually they're a lot more messy. And that's why I want to be able to put these pictures up there so you guys can see what's going on without having to, when I say something, not understanding what it is, and it'll help you guys out a little bit more. Like this one right here, golden crosses, long-term moving average, short-term moving average, golden cross right there, so you guys understand what I'm talking about when I'm saying specific stuff. So when Dogecoin has a golden cross sometime next week or the next couple weeks, you'll see this picture on my Dogecoin technical analysis page, or video, excuse me. And there's a bunch of them right here, but you guys should have all of these memorized. All of these memorized. If I had the time, I'd try to make a Quizlet page for you guys. But there we go. Hey Elmer, any good trades today? I'm avoiding the stock market right now. I want the dust to settle off with all this crypto nonsense, not crypto nonsense, all this COVID nonsense going on right now. I want to learn the data before I start hopping back into the stock market right now. I just don't want there to be some type of surprise announcement saying, oh, well, this is way more contagious. We might have to go back into a lockdown. That type of stuff would destroy any call I had, and it's not worth me investing at this moment in time because it's just going to be so risky. On Friday, I think it was it Friday? A few days ago, we heard the news about the new variants coming out of South Africa. Props to them for telling everybody about it. What happened was, the media went straight out to fear mongering, like fear. Oh my God, what's going on? Blah, ratings. We want ratings. And you saw what that did to the market. And then when on the Sunday shows, the Sunday political shows like Meet the Press, Sunday morning, I think with Chris Wallace, there was one with Jake Tapper, I think it was, State of the Union or something like that, whatever it is. I listened to all the political people asking the scientists and Fauci and all those people, so what does this mean? What does this mean? Like, basically, like, that's the main question. What happens? And every single one of the scientists was like, well, we don't have enough information yet. I'm not really sure. We'll have to wait for data. Yeah, we can't help you, sorry. That's what happened. So until I get an answer, I'm pausing my options for now. Because I could tell you guys a good play. There could be a lot of good breakouts. If you guys want to do breakouts, go for it. I'll probably recommend some plays here in the future. But as far as me trading, I want to be very cautious and wait to see what exactly is happening with this little variant thing going on over there. Because you saw what happened when the media turns on the fear machine. They could really tank the stock market if they want to. And it happened really darn fast. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Probably a good opportunity to buy puts on Moderna and Pfizer, though, if the fear really is going to subside a little bit here. But until they have somewhat of an answer, I'm going to hold off and be extra careful as far as the options are concerned. Especially as in the same time frame, Bitcoin's looking a little bit more bullish. So that's nice to see as well. That's why I don't watch the circuses. Yeah, the media's pretty bad. Let's see. H bar, I can look up H bar for you on here. Up 6%, not bad. It broke down. That's kind of sad. Yeah, this thing actually had a breakdown, huh? Breakdown, holding on to support. Okay. Well, I would say the best time to be buying would have been down here at about 30 cents. Now it's up to 35 cents, almost 36 cents. It's having some trouble dealing with this resistance level up here, which was the old trend line, which was the old support, obviously. If you own it, you're going to hold it. If it breaks out above that trend line right there, which today is going to be about 37.5 cents. Tomorrow, maybe about 37. Yeah, about 37.5 cents, right around there. You can look to buy in if you haven't already, but there's not really there's no real reason at the moment why you need to buy in at this particular point in time. But this is if you were able to buy in that support, it still looks okay. What you're looking for though is here. That's your real pennant right there. That's what you're waiting for. This breakout to occur. But for now, it looks fine. You have a good buying in price. You're hoping that it can move up a little bit higher over time. But right now, it just has to battle throughout that resistance level. But overall, it's an okay play. There we go. And Bitcoin's looking to pump up here, which is pretty nice. Hey, John, will the Omicron variant have the same effect with crypto as trade? What do you mean by trade? Do you mean like the stocks or something like that? COVID will impact both the stock market and the crypto markets if there's some scary news involved. Back when crypto was a lot smaller and there wasn't as many whales involved in the market, then yeah, it wouldn't have been such a big issue for Bitcoin. But now that we have a lot of whales that have the power to push Bitcoin down and cause fear as well with the COVID variant and stuff like that, if COVID does, if we hear something from like Fauci saying, I recommend lockdowns again or something like that, you're going to see the Bitcoin markets tank as well as the stock markets because everything's going to be freaking going, everybody's going to be going crazy. You're going to see everybody that has a bunch of money just out of pure safety pull everything out, not everything, but they're going to pull a lot of stuff out and just hold it in Tether or USDC or something like that. Hold it and just going to be patient with it. Matic is an uptrend breaking out. Yeah, Matic's been actually doing very, very well over the last few days. It's been having some really nice swings for day traders. Look at those swings. This is perfect for day trading. Perfect for day trading. Got rejected on the trend line. It didn't even get close to it today, actually, but oh, it got close enough. But right now, yeah, right now you're hoping for this to pop off. If you're looking for a buying opportunity, probably in the low 170s will do just fine for this one, unless Bitcoin takes another dip down below this yellow line right here. Oh, I guess what are we looking at? What are we looking at here? SHIB. There we go. All right. And we'll see how it performs with the 20 moving average here. Hey, Brett. If another lockdown happens, politicians say screw. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Disease is pretty widespread too. I don't even know what that is. Sorry, dude. I'm not too smart in the terms of medical stuff. But another lockdown would be terrible. It would assure that Republicans took the House next year, though. And I think that's why Biden is very against it. It's more about politics and like health stuff. So I don't think Biden will do lockdowns because if he does lockdowns, he's definitely going to lose the midterms in 2022. He's already most likely going to lose them, so it's not too big of a thing. But it'll like really be the nail in the coffin, saying, "Hey, you lost. You know, now you don't have to do anything for the next 2 years because it'll just go back into gridlock type stuff." Hey Yash, why is there no effect on BTC launch on BitTorrent price? Because it's still following Bitcoin. BitTorrent follows Bitcoin quite well. Usually for BitTorrent to have any type of move, it has to be added onto an exchange or something big. That doesn't seem like it was something too crazy big. It looked like it was just kind of a normal day-to-day news update, month-to-month news update that you see with a bunch of other coins. The news wasn't big enough to cause BitTorrent to have a rally off of it, especially since Bitcoin's kind of in a precarious spot where it's looking to break out at the moment, and it could just as easily get rejected and push us down back towards the Fibonacci level from a couple days ago. What's the easy way? The buyers aren't there just yet. The buyers aren't there. Hey, Daryl, I just talked about HBAR a few minutes ago. I would be around just a little bit. I pulled it up on coinmarketcap.com. It's fine. You don't want to really be trading at the moment. You're just going to be holding it until it has a chance to break out in the next couple weeks. It's more of a hold at this point in time. Let me take a quick peek here. I want to take a quick peek at the metaverse coins and see what's happening. You're seeing the metaverse coins take a breather. I stopped out a lot of them today, unfortunately. Anything going up as far as the metaverse, though? Okay, going up. Some of these... The metaverse still has coins popping off here, which is pretty nice. Oh, my Poker didn't get stopped out. That's awesome. Okay, well, that's nice. I'm thinking my OVR. That didn't get stopped out. That's pretty nice. There you go. BitGet has a bunch of metaverse coins, and the ones I'm in right now is OVR, Polk, UFO. UFO I got stopped out of, I can see, and that's it for now. So the ones I'm still in are doing pretty well. I haven't bought any wild. I wish I would have bought some wild and maybe some cube here, maybe some star. This one seems pretty good. The star L, I don't know, star L, whatever you call it. That one seems pretty good too, though. And BGB is pumping up right now. Oh, beautiful BGB. This thing is I mean, I told you guys about this a few times over the past few months. I like it a lot, but I think the market cap might be a little out of range now. I mean, it's not. It's like in the $50 million range, probably, something like that. Let me see what it is. $42 million market cap, probably has to be updated pretty soon. But I do like what I'm seeing from this coin. It's just kind of slowly grinding. It's just not doing anything fancy. It's just kind of doing its thing. Just kind of grinding here. So I like that a lot. All right, well, I'm glad I bought it in the 6-cent range. Up 7% today. Okay, I like that. There you go. Hey, Chef. As far as Boeing, let me take a quick peek at it here. It's not really breaking out, so personally, I don't feel like I want to buy this. You can tell the last time it broke out what happened. It broke out and it got slammed right afterwards. This thing has just been getting hit harder and harder and harder. If you want to buy this, I'd recommend buying shares and not options personally, just because it's just so volatile. It has a low down here. It has support down here. I would make sure if you're buying right now, you honor this support and this support level at $191.40. If it falls down below that one, I'd probably look to sell. If you have options, I'd be looking to sell right around there. But be careful. This thing is I mean, yeah, it's just not been looking so good. Not been looking so hot. I personally own a bunch of shares of this. I was kind of mad when they turned off the dividends. They used to have dividends. So you can see all these kind of blue D's down here. Dividend, 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 dividend. They turned off the dividend. So I think that's one of the reasons why the stock's not performing as well as it used to. Besides all the crashes. But yeah, right now, you could just use that 191.40 as your support level and you should be fine. If it falls down below that one, cut it loose. If it manages to hold and swing back up towards 205, 206, you can definitely sell around there or sell a little bit higher if you wanted to. But if you're trading with options, you will probably want to sell at this resistance level, then a little bit more at this resistance level, then right here, and then you could, if you had any left over at that point, you could see if it would ride up a little bit longer. But be careful with these borrowing calls; they're going to be very, very volatile if you decide to hop on into it. Excuse me. Okay, this is what I always wanted to see. You got rejected from the 50 here on the 5, and we're falling down below the 20 here. So we'll see. We'll probably get a bounce. I don't want to see a shoulder. If we see a shoulder, that's going to be inverse head and shoulders. Not inverse, sorry. That's just going to be a normal head and shoulders, which may symbolize, signal a reversal here. So just be careful, guys. Let's see. Hey, Putin's can't mana. Let's take a quick peek here. Oh, that's not the right one though. Let's go with the Binance version. Personally, I wouldn't be buying this right now. I'd probably wait for it to come back down to the 20, see how it reacts. It's had kind of a nice pump here. It's kind of a little too high for me to want to be buying if you see this previous price action. I never buy at these all-time highs. I prefer to buy when it comes back lower. So if you want an entry price, see how it performs against the 20-day moving average. That'd be a first attempt. If it fails, let it just go down to the 50. I know there's going to be more moving averages down here. I can see right now it's riding over the 50. It could definitely come back down to the 200 here on the 4-hour chart. If you wanted buying opportunities, I wouldn't even go off of basic support levels. I'd be going off of moving averages because this popped off so high. So on the daily, try the 20 out first, then the 50. On the 4-hour, the 200 right here. The 200 is going to come before the 50. Excuse me. But after the 20 here. Excuse me, guys. So that's what I'd say for mana. Right now, I think this is too high of a risk play. I really want it to come down to maybe like $4.20, $4.30. And just save myself a few percent here. Well, oh gosh, maybe that's like 10%. That's more than a few percent. So yeah, I want it to come down just a teeny bit more. Then if that happens, I can buy. But this thing looks like it probably wants to come down below the 20 here. So this is, be careful here. You can try to buy on the 20 here, but support down here. Maybe that'll line up with the 4. Yeah, that might come down a little bit. That could be a nice little short-term bounce. Yeah, the 200 on the 4-hour chart looks like a good opportunity for a buying opportunity. And then afterwards, this 50 on the daily chart. That's what I'm looking at. But for now, yeah, I'd hold off on this one and just see how it performs with the 20 here. Go back to SHIB. I want to see if this actually makes a head and shoulders play right now, because I would really hate if it did. And for those of you guys that don't know, head and shoulder is desktop. Audacity, no. Head and shoulders is where? Sorry, it looks so small. I gotta figure out a way to make it look larger without it kind of like going blurry here. Shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder, head, possible shoulder. So we'll see how this performs. They do these weird little lines here, but it's never the exact amount. That's the only thing. It's never that exact amount. But let's see. The high right here was this, right? This level. Actually, let me just do it exactly. Oh God. 4974. 4974. There we go. Let's turn this light, or this candle, let's turn it into something more purpley lavendery. There we go. A little bit thinner. Oh, thicker so you guys can see it. Oh, I need a bright light. Hot pink. There you go. Hot pink never fails. And let's hope we can actually have a nice bounce off instead of having somewhat of a shoulder or something like that. That'd be very, very nice to see. There we go. Bitcoin's finding a little bit of ground here too, so that may help this out. And remember, it's not going to look as clean as you think it is. It's not going to look as clean as that picture, which is why I don't like using pictures as much, but they give you the general vibe of what you're looking for. Yeah, no worries, Putin's cat. Let it breathe down for a little bit. Definitely let it breathe down. We did the same thing when it came to SHIB a while ago, Putin's cat. Oh, this is SHIB. God, I'm stupid sometimes. Okay, so we had this big pump, and I said the next buying opportunity, since it's kind of overextended, the 20 right here. You saw it bounced off for a day trade. Then after that, the 50 day trade, and now the trend line, multiple day trade. This can actually be a swing trade here. So that's what you're looking at right here. That's that. So far, 3 good calls on SHIB. SHIB's been pretty darn reliable, which has been very nice, surprisingly. I feel bad for the people that bought up here, but you know, I sold my SHIB right around here. Not the all-time highs, but right just around here, which is good enough for me, right? But I bought my SHIB way down here, and the breakout opportunity was right there. All right, let's go back over here to the 5 and see what's going on with SHIB. There we go. Hey, bite, knees and toes pattern. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Hey, Ghost, now I want bubblegum. I could really use some bubblegum right now, too. I feel like Pete Carroll. Oh, hold on one second, guys, here. Did the Seahawks win? We lost. Oh my God, to the Washington Redskins. They better fire Pete Carroll immediately. He better not be able to finish the season at this point. The Seahawks used to be so special. Now they're just like trash. Trash. Seahawks trash. I should have been drinking booze. I have a joint right here, but I don't have my lighter. I misplaced it somewhere. It's a travesty. Oh well. But yeah, it's pretty heartbreaking to watch the Seahawks crumble like that. Hey, Brett, that joke you didn't understand, it's all good. Oh, I don't understand a lot of jokes. Remember, guys, I'm fairly dense. In order to learn how to trade, I really did give up on a lot of friendships because most of my time was dedicated to trading. Now, that doesn't mean I don't have friends, but I don't have many friends in Washington. I have friends in Philadelphia, New York, Miami, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Portland, Oregon, Boise, Idaho, Vancouver, Victoria, even Forks, Washington. That's like hours away from me. So I got lots of friends, but none of them are just happen to be close to me because those friends, they like to party every night and do a bunch of fun stuff, which I enjoy too. But while I was learning how to trade, the trading took priority because you guys don't understand how much I hated working for somebody else. It's a very bad feeling that I did not like. And it came to the fact that I was very stubborn and arrogant, and I don't respect bosses too much. All that is the same, but every boss I loved me. Every boss that I had loved me. But you know what I mean? It's just like you can be the model employee, but at the same time, you're still missing something in life. And I'm like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? And that's why I decided to quit and go full time as a investor. Although I do miss my healthcare benefits. They're very, very nice. I miss healthcare benefits. So right now, guys, Bitcoin's looking to test that support again, coming down, getting hit a little bit here. You're seeing some institutional sells. You guys see on the bottom of the chart right here. Hold on one second here, guys. Why is this? Click there. There we go. See those yellow bars? Institutional sells coming off. So somebody's trying to push this down a little bit here just because we got rejected off the trend line. Hey, Bite Media, you in Seattle, bro? Not anymore. I moved out of downtown Seattle because of all the crime and stuff and all the protests. I kind of just got tired of it. But I live down in about like Tacoma, like Spanaway area now, Graham. Kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's like maybe like 50 minutes away from Seattle. I really enjoy it out here. But I go up to Seattle every now and again. Let's see. I used to have a friend in downtown Seattle, but he got a girlfriend, so he stopped talking to all of his guy friends. And I was like, okay, fair enough. Go be with your girlfriend. May you get married. Hey, Ashley, blaze that thing? Yeah, I don't know what my lighter is. Hey, Ghost, no, he doesn't have it. I think I have it in my coat pocket. No, not my coat pocket. I think I left it in my car or something like that. But I have no idea. I usually just place it in, I place my lighter in a bunch of random places. I might have even, I think I left it upstairs, actually. I probably did. But yeah, I can't let my dog have my lighter. He'd bite the crap out of that thing and probably pop his jaw open or something like that. That'd be terrifying. But no, he doesn't have the lighter. Hey, so you got a friend here in Utah? I appreciate it, my man. I appreciate it. Wilson picked on a 2-point conversion for a tie. Wow, of course. Put the joint in the microwave? I don't know how that would help. Hey, Brett, it's newsflash. Everyone hates working for somewhere else. You'd be surprised. Not everybody hates it. I have friends that, they may, like, I have a friend who works for a company downtown Seattle. He might be like my one friend I talk to on that I see the most often. He doesn't, he thinks his job is just okay. He makes a bunch of money doing it because he's a coder, so he likes it. But, you know, he realizes it's a job. He doesn't really want to do all the extra work of owning a business. And since he gets paid well, he does his job adequately. You know, he makes good money, and that's fine with him. He's fine with it. I think there's some people that don't care for running their own business. They just care for getting a good job, making money, and that's their life. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I just, like, every day I go work for somebody else, my head is just like hurting. Like, why am I going to work? Why am I going to work over and over and over again? Probably because of the crazy commutes I've had over the years, though. Hey, but I'm heading to Seattle on Friday for an engagement and to watch the 49ers versus the Seahawks. We'll get ready to see the 49ers kick the Seahawks' butts, apparently. It'll definitely be pretty interesting to watch how all of that plays out. I'm still rooting for the Seahawks, though. It should be pretty fun for the engagement, though. I just went to a wedding in Philadelphia not a couple months ago, and it was absolutely beautiful. I had never seen so many millionaires in one spot, but everybody was like New Yorker millionaire or Philadelphia millionaire or English millionaire, like actual like England millionaires. They have a whole different suit style, which actually looks pretty cool. But I was very overwhelmed with all the wealth that was in that building, in buildings. They rented out buildings. But it was definitely a fun time. Anytime you can go out to celebrate somebody else's engagement or wedding, it's definitely worth taking the trip. Although it can be a little expensive. I think the trip over to visit my friend for his wedding was $1,000 for the flight. It was first class though, so it was pretty nice from Seattle all the way to Philadelphia. Pretty nice. And then the hotel, I stayed there for like 4 nights at $300 a night. And then luckily I was able to stay with my friend for the other few days of the week. But he was the friend getting married, so that, you know, after the wedding and before the wedding, I had to like go to the hotel. But you know, it was definitely a fun trip. Hey, Lake, I think Doge can probably hit back up to 26 cents or something like that. From there, we're gonna have to see if we actually break out or not, or if we actually get rejected back down. Because normally Dogecoin likes to, I got my little pointer up here, likes to go up, then it spikes right back, you know, drops right back down. So I think a high of around 26-30 cents. Hey, Jay, Mike, your healthcare premium is a credit on your taxes being self-employed. Much better than a deduction. Yeah, I've noticed that, but I just hate dealing, like before everything used to be so nice and just done for me. Now I have to kind of manage it myself a little bit, which is that's the tedious part. I need a human resources manager. Something like that. Let's see. Hey, Ghost, do I have a gas stove? No, I don't. I have electric stoves. Here, hold on. I hear my ice machine going off. What do I got? I got a checkbook, cup of water, some tea. Sorry, guys. I don't know what just happened there. Did I push that? I probably did push it when I did the Woody call. I probably did push it right there. The world is ending. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Let me go back over to Crow. Oh, very fast. I was going to say, I really hope we don't have an uneven head and shoulders, because it might be a shoulder here, Hunchback of Notre Dame, shoulder over here, and then coming down. We'll wait and see how that turns out. But as far as Crow, my man, sorry about that. It was KuCoin. What I was saying here is, you have a support level right here at 0.6430, about that the real number is 64 cents. 64 cents right here. I personally will not touch this until it hits the 20-day moving average. That's what I'm looking for at the moment. If we're able to break out above that, I'd be very, 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 very happy. And the way it's kind of moving up at the moment, it could definitely intersect this support level, which could give us a nice opportunity for a big bounce here. On the 4 hour though, coming down, we're in this flag. You can see the flag a little bit more colorfully. We need to be able to hold this level. If we don't hold, which will also be the 20-day moving average, I think in the next few days or so. If we don't hold this, we're coming down another leg where we're probably gonna come down to at least 53 cents or so, which if you buy out towards support down here, that's gonna be about like 20% loss. So be very, very careful about hopping into crypto.com. It's a very high risk coin. You do have the 20-day moving average as a nice level of support heading towards your other level of support here at 64 cents. So things should work out there if you attempt to buy on the 20-day moving average. It's still a very high risk play because you're buying this at all-time highs after it's been pumped up massively. So be patient with it right now. Wait to see if you can get a better price somewhere around like 65 cents. And if you buy it around 65 cents, you're going to be saving yourself like 5% discount. Pretty darn nice for a Cyber Monday, right? Hey, Brad, is he saying sell, the sky is falling, abandon all hope? What's going on right here? We can hear your music, no voice. You guys should be able to hear my voice right now. You're talking about before. You're talking about before. There you go. Not ABC pattern instead of a head and shoulders. It could definitely be an ABC pattern. I don't know. I haven't used the ABC patterns in forever. I mostly use ABC patterns when I was doing a lot more day trading. But you could, let me see if I can actually find a picture of the ABC pattern so I can show people what you're talking about. Why are they always Forex charts? Is there a way to so all the charts I'm looking for look like trash at the moment. This is a very high quality one. Open image, new tab. Don't blur. See, this is more of a channel, upward channel, you could say. Down, up, down, ABC failure, yeah. I normally don't use these ones too much. I don't like to trade these all too much just because the volatility kind of kicks to my butt when I use these. Sometimes I'll try to buy A or B or something like that. I've tried too many times. It just hasn't worked out for me. I don't know why. Maybe I just don't do it correctly. But I don't really do the ABC patterns all too much personally. I prefer just to go with those like 16 that I showed you guys before. There you go. And plus, how do I draw these lines? Something like that at the moment. That's what it looks like if you actually draw those lines right now. Something about that always feels off to me. I don't know why. I have no idea why. But at least we have a couple of trend lines if you want to look at it. Personally, I wouldn't even use those. That trend line is a little too steep here. But you could use this trend line if you wanted to for a good shorting opportunity if it wants to come back down. I'll keep that on there for a little bit. Hey Jay Perez, what's up with AMP dipping before another pump? You're seeing Bitcoin break down right now. That's the thing, guys. You're seeing right here. You're seeing Bitcoin dip down, so that's what you would assume. And if you go over here to check out Bitcoin, if we are able to break down, we could always come back up. We still have another 18.5 hours before this candle closes. We could possibly come back down here towards like $55,000 over the next few hours. And we'll see what happens then. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but you're going to see altcoins take a little bit of a dip as well. Hopefully SHIB's able to continue on. SHIB's having a nice run today. What you doing? You got to use the bathroom or something? We'll go in a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, but right now Bitcoin's trying everything it can to hold above this level of support at the 56,844 level. Yeah. But yeah, hopefully Bitcoin's able to hold. This is a double top. Not exactly double top, but close enough. Top, reversal pattern. Let's see if it's, well, this is a double top continuation, I guess you would say, if it does continue to fall down here. But I'm hoping we can have a double bottom or something afterwards. Let's see. Thanks, Perez, for the $2 super chat. I do appreciate it a lot. But right now, here. Really? There we go. I don't know why I didn't have enough of the chart. I didn't know it was that new to Binance. Short-term breakout opportunity. You really don't have to care about this line. You care more about this line, okay? Right now, you can try to buy some of this as it comes down to 0.056 cents or so, close to about 0.057 cents if I'm looking at this correctly. So you're going to be looking to see if you can bounce it off of the 20-day moving average. You're about to have a golden cross here above the, with the 50-day moving average crossing above the 200. I think it's correct, like how you put it like that, a dip before the pump. I think that's what you're looking at right now. So I like what I'm seeing here. Anything else I can see at the moment, though? Something like that is more accurate of a trend line here. But overall, this is still in a good spot. We're about to have a golden cross. Last golden cross we had was, we don't know because the chart doesn't have enough data. But we're about to have a golden cross, which should symbolize a very, very good price movement is coming. Very good price action is coming. So I like it going forward. I'd probably look to buy some if it comes down under 6 cents, basically. It's okay, boy. Hold on. We're about to go. Let's see. Here. While we wait for Bitcoin to make a move, here, let's put SHIB back on the 5. And then you guys can look at not Bitcoin. You guys can look at Loki while he gets mad at me for not taking him to the bathroom. Oh. Yeah. He's not happy. I think he has to use the bathroom or something. We're going to use the bathroom in a second. He has those... Oh, I really suck at taking videos right now. He has really sharp chompers, though. Can I... And I'm not a good photography guy as well. So... Bloop. He has big old ears, though. Okay, we'll get going in a little bit. There we go. Shook my head back down a little bit. Hey, Byte Media, thank you. Good to know. I'm new to this. Yeah, try to trade using it every once in a while, probably with paper trading. See how it performs with you. I don't know why. I think I'm just because I'm too cautious. You have to be kind of, that's more of an aggressive pattern to be trading, at least in my mind. Try it out a little bit. See how it performs with you. See how you like trading it. Personally, for me, I don't trade it much, so I don't really have an expertise on that pattern, if that makes sense. Like, if you ask me to, like, is that the pattern you're looking at? I'd be like, maybe. Stop being a baby. You are... Relax. He needs to go outside and run around for a little bit. See, hey, Daniel, have a good night, my man. Hey, Arena Grinder, I don't know what request stock is. You got to give me the ticker for it, and I'll look it up for you. Hey, Monica, would it make sense to wait 2 days for Bitcoin to break versus trying to do it now and having it break through 3 levels of resistance? Yeah. So you could definitely try to buy at a safer opportunity, especially since we haven't broken out yet, which is why in that... Dude, what? Dude, relax, dude. Here, I'll scratch your head. Yeah, it's much safer to wait for the breakout before buying if you wanted to. I told you guys on that video today... Hey. Dude. You're not getting any more pets if you're going to keep on biting me. If you're buying right now, you're trying to get a head start on any potential breakout that happens in the future, like in the next few days. Otherwise, you're just going to be waiting, patiently waiting this out at the moment. Dude, stop pushing buttons. Hey, you are not a human being. Stop pushing buttons on the keyboard. Hey, I don't have a toy for you. I'm sorry. I will get you a remote toy in a little bit. Okay. Let's see. You started trading paper trading on Webull. That's a good place to start. I have a BitGet link down below. I'd recommend going on that one if you wanted to learn how to trade leverage with crypto. If you're just trading stocks, Webull's a really good paper trading opportunity, though. If you have a laptop or you have a desktop computer, I'd recommend TD Ameritrade. They also have very good paper trading there as well. Hey, Ninja, I appreciate it, man. Thank you very, very much. Will it be easier to break out that way? Oh, yeah. So right now, it's... Okay, that was weird. Okay, everything's popping back up. Sorry, I noticed all the moving averages went there. The oscillator wasn't there. I was like, what the heck is going on? Right now, I think it's easier for us to come down and then break out over the next couple days. Because what I was talking about today in the video that I put out, what happens if we try to break out today? We're going to fight this Fibonacci level first of all. Then we're going to fight the 20-day moving average. Then we're going to have to fight the 50-day moving average. That's a lot of stuff to break out of. I mean, that's a lot of stuff. And we also just had this bearish indicator here of the 20 coming down below the 50. I think it's not terribly bearish, but it is bearish in itself. It's going to be much easier if we come down for a couple more days, get back. This is just a level of resistance support. It's not going to be a major. It's not like a Fibonacci level. We come back down here a little bit, pump off, skyrocket through the 20-day moving average, then test out the 50. And like, I wish I could really just draw this out here. Hold on. Okay. There we go. And then, what's this color? Let me change it to white. Okay, there we go. And so what happens is we come down a little bit, we curl up, we test, we come down, and then we start going boom, 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 like that. That makes life a lot easier than if we just try to go poof through the moving averages. That could really be a bad day. Then we could also try to do that. That could have happened, but it just makes it so much easier when we don't have to be blasting through so many levels of condensed resistance. Remember, what happens if this curls down at the same speed? Fibonacci and moving average can time it just right so we get bounced down and then we curl back up for another opportunity. That's what's going on in my head as I look at this chart. I know it's kind of weird. Yeah, I made this a little bit weird of a drawing, but you guys get the gist of what I'm saying. That 50 moving average is going to slowly curl down. The 20 still coming down here. I think as Bitcoin breaks out, it'll eventually curl back up. And then from there, we're going to be looking to blast out the Fibonacci level. Then we'll start going back up to 69,000. Once we get up here, once we get back up here, we might break out. We might not. Most likely, we're going to tap it, come back down, maybe down to 64,000, 62, something like that. And then in room, that's the big pop. Now this, if you look at this, it would suggest it would happen at the end of December. It could happen anytime in December. But this big pump that we're looking at here is probably going to start in the third week of December. So that's why I think overall December is going to be a pretty bullish month. We'll have to see if we really break out or not. That's going to be the big thing. As much as this may make sense in your heads, I am not a future teller. That's just kind of my prediction of where I can see this going based off of all the charts I've been looking at and all that other crap. So that's what I'm looking at as far as Bitcoin for the next few weeks here. Hey, Brandon, puppies are harder than kids to raise. I know. He's just being a little baby. I think he has to use the bathroom or do something like that. Because he's just wagging his tail, but he just really wants to play or do something. Yo. Loki's channel, he's getting his own channel. I know, right? He should probably get his own channel if I had time. Hey! Dude, you little bastard. No. Damn, he got me hard that time. Let's see. It's wreck. Okay, I'll check that one out very fast. Request network. I wouldn't touch this until it hits the 20-day moving average. This is pumped. It went up too fast. It didn't have a multi-day rally. I would not be touching this right now. I'd wait for it to try to pump off of the 20. If it hits that 20-day moving average, it'll be a good buying opportunity. But this thing's going to continue to come down here. This is a pump and dump basically. This is an easy pump and dump play. It may have more volatility in the future, but I'd be very, very careful about holding this one, my man. What's the 4-hour doing here? Yeah, this was a one-day pump and dump. You saw the volume drop up that fast. If there was anything good happening here, the volume would have kicked in. It would have been able to bounce off of the 20 here on the 4-hour. It doesn't even look like it wants to bounce off of the 50 here. So I'd be very, very careful if you wanted to hop into this request network until the pump and dump is over and it's hit that 20-day moving average. That's going to be where you might see some volatility uptick back in here. Yeah, no worries, Monica. Happy to help you out. Let's see. Hey, Neil. What do you see it shortly? Dogecoin probably coming back down to maybe 21 cents or so if Bitcoin continues on this little bit of a breakdown here. over the next couple of weeks, I think Bitcoin can, next like week or so, Bitcoin can try to break back up to 26 cents or so. Talked about wrecked, I know, right? All right, everybody, I will see you guys a little bit later. I got to go take Loki out to go use the bathroom here. I think he's really wanted for it, and I don't want him to pee. So I'm going to take him out. Come here, Loki. Yeah, so he's coming back. So, but yeah, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. And I'll be pumping out a couple of videos tomorrow as well. I think I'm also going to have a tutorial about a specific pattern. And I'll be talking to you guys about those as well here pretty soon. So see everybody, and have a great rest of your day. Oh, hold on a second. Probin wants a thing right here. Sorry, boy. Front. Anything else here? KuCoin? There you go. Probin, as far as this is concerned, it looks okay for a hold. It had a double bottom here a few days ago. You really want to be buying if it breaks out there, but you did have a double bottom. Or close enough to a double bottom right there. So resistance, support. You're looking okay at the moment. If you wanted to buy right now, you're going to have 84 cents as a level of support, which is a pretty big level, pretty big spread right there. So just be careful. But I'd be wanting to buy more if it comes down lower, or if we have a breakout. Until then, I'm going to be patiently just kind of watching to see how this thing plays out. All right, everybody, have a great rest of you guys' day again, and wish Loki the best bathroom break he's ever had. Thanks.